Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we delve into the calming waters of Do Pause by Robert Poynton. Published in 2019, this enlightening guide invites readers to rediscover the power of taking a breath and creating intentional pauses in the midst of our relentless day-to-day hustle. Poynton, a respected associate fellow at the said business school at the University of Oxford, brings his extensive experience in executive education to the table, offering a fresh perspective on productivity and achievement. In Do Pause, Poynton passionately argues against the prevailing myths that drive us to equate constant busyness with success. He illustrates not just the why, but also the how and when. It's crucial to take a step back, recharge, and reassess. Through a blend of theory and actionable advice, readers learn to incorporate meaningful breaks into their lives, unlocking potential for creativity, balance, and refreshed focus. This book is an essential read for workaholics searching for a path to tranquility, creatives in pursuit of new inspiration, and self-help aficionados eager to explore a unique approach to personal development. Drawing upon his experience not only in academia but also as the author of Do Improvise and leader of transformative retreats, Robert Poynton offers readers a practical roadmap to slowing down and finding value in pause. Join us as we explore the transformative power of pausing with Robert Poynton's Do Pause. Whether you're looking to invigorate your creative process, find balance in your work life, or simply embrace a new perspective on productivity, this book promises insights and strategies that can change the way you approach your daily life. Do pause. You are not a to-do list. Introduction. Discover the power of hitting the pause button. In a world that idolizes the hustle, where being perpetually busy is often seen as a virtue, there's a critical piece of wisdom we're collectively overlooking: the unparalleled value of simply taking a moment to pause. We live in an era where time is money has become more than a saying. It's a mantra that drives us to fill every second of our day with productivity, often to the detriment of our well-being. In this constant pursuit of doing more, we've forgotten the art of doing less. Our fear of idleness, of wasting time, has led us to a point where the mere thought of not constantly moving forward is uncomfortable, if not downright anxiety-inducing. But consider this. What if the secret to greater creativity, stronger relationships, and a more fulfilling future lies not in the relentless chase, but in the moments we choose to stop and breathe? This narrative invites you on a journey to rediscover the power of pausing, a deliberate break from the noise and demands of our daily lives. Through this exploration, you'll uncover insights into how pressing pause can reshape your perspective on success and productivity, offering a fresh outlook on life that prioritizes well-being and joy. Through the course of this discovery, you'll learn the paradox of constant busyness and why those who seem the busiest often feel the least accomplished. Lessons from cultures that understand the inherent value of relaxation and leisure, and what we can learn from the Spanish approach to happiness. Practical strategies for making pausing an integral part of your routine, transforming it from an occasional indulgence to a daily habit that fuels your creativity and enriches your relationships. So, step away from the relentless pursuit of productivity and allow yourself to explore the transformative power of taking a pause. It's time to embrace a new definition of success, one that values the quality of your experiences over the quantity of your output. Let's embark on this journey together and discover how the simple act of pausing can breathe new life into your day-to-day existence. Part 1. Rediscover the joy hidden in life's unscripted moments. Imagine for a moment you're wandering through the breathtaking landscapes of the Spanish mountains. Your footsteps are the only sound, aside from the gentle whisper of the wind. But as you move forward, you realize something profound. You're alone. Turning around, You see your friends scattered along the path, each enchanted by the view, while you've been marching ahead with single-minded determination. This realization brings an important question to the forefront. When did you last truly stop to absorb the world around you? This scenario isn't just a reflection on hiking, it's symbolic of how we've come to navigate life. Driven by an achievement-oriented mindset, we often rush through experiences, treating them as items to check off a list rather than moments to cherish and appreciate. But in this relentless pursuit of the next goal, what are we truly achieving? Sure, progress is made, but at what cost to our ability to connect with the simple pleasures that enrich our existence? This machine-like approach to living extends beyond personal goals into our family lives. We manage our relationships and responsibilities with the efficiency of a factory assembly line. Feed the kids, drop them at school, ensure homework's done. But in doing so, we overlook the profound beauty found in the negative space of life. It's in these unscripted moments, the pauses between tasks, where life's true essence is found. It's the difference between reaching the summit and savoring the journey there. But why has this shift occurred, where efficiency trumps experience? The culprit, it seems, lies within our enchantment with technology and the mechanization of our existence. Machines, by design, are optimized for relentless productivity, a ceaseless whirlwind of activity, void of pauses or reflection. They don't revel in the beauty of a sunrise or the laughter of children. Their purpose is to perform tasks, quickly and without error. And yet, in an ironic twist, we find ourselves emulating these soulless entities, celebrating those among us who are always on, and mistaking speed for significance. In this digital age, where emails demand immediate responses and instant messaging shortens our attention spans, the expectation is to mirror machine-like efficiency. But this ignores a fundamental truth. We are not machines. We're beings of emotion, creativity, and connection, qualities that are nurtured, not stifled, in moments of pause. So as we stand at this crossroads, let's choose the path less traveled, the one that invites us to stop, breathe, and truly see the world around us. Machines may not appreciate the view, but we're not machines. Let's reclaim the joy found in life's unscripted moments, for it's there that we discover the richness of our human experience. Part 2. Seeing the space between, the art and opportunity of the pause. What comes to mind when we contemplate the act of pausing? It could be as brief as a moment of silence before answering a profound question, an afternoon reminiscing with a friend you've not seen in years, or even a year off from your usual hustle to explore, reflect, and grow. A pause, in its essence, is a rhythmic break, a deviation from our customary cadence of life's perpetual motion. Yet, herein lies a common misconception. A pause is far from a void. It's not a period of nothingness, but a vibrant canvas of potential. When we press pause, we don't power down our cognitive processes. Rather, we offer them a newfound freedom. This liberty allows our minds to wander, to delve into the depths of thoughts usually overshadowed by the relentless parade of daily duties and distractions. Consider the transformative experience of the author's friend during a weekend retreat at a tranquil Spanish villa. The agenda was simple: indulge in books and the leisure of conversation. Initially, the friend harbored fears of unproductivity, but soon discovered that the pause gifted him with solutions to dilemmas he hadn't even recognized he faced. The brief interlude from routine not only shifted his perspective, but cleared the clutter of constant busyness, making room for insightful breakthroughs to emerge. This experience underscores that a pause, regardless of duration or scope, is anything but inactive. Each pause is a bridge to discovery, a silent orchestrator of creativity and insight. Take the analogy of a flutist, whose performance is punctuated with necessary pauses for breath. These pauses are not merely breaks in the performance, but essential components that give birth to melody. Similarly, John Cage's infamous composition, 433, invites listeners into a space where the music isn't found in the notes played but in the ambient sounds that fill the pauses. The soft rustle of fabric, the whisper of the breeze, the quiet hum of life itself. In this unexpected quiet, a new understanding of music and attentiveness is born. This concept of pausing draws a distinctive line between the mechanistic and the human. A machine in pause is still, inactive, awaiting command. Conversely, a human in pause blossoms, actively re-engaging with the world in a different melody, capturing the essence of life from a refreshed vantage point. The act of pausing doesn't signify a stop, but signifies a beginning, a chance to breathe, to think anew, and to fully appreciate the mosaic of moments that constitute our lives. In recognizing the pause, not as an interruption but as an opportunity, we unlock a profound truth about our existence. It is in these interludes of life that we often find the most clarity, wisdom, and beauty. Let's embrace the pause, not as a gap, but as a gateway to deeper understanding and fulfillment. Part 3. The Untapped Power. How pausing can propel creativity and deepen relationships. It seems counterintuitive, doesn't it? The idea that stopping, even momentarily, could somehow accelerate our path to success. Yet the paradox of pause reveals a profound truth. Both our creative endeavors and our personal connections can benefit significantly from these intermissions. Far from being mere breaks in our relentless pursuit of goals, pauses serve as fertile ground for growth and insight. Consider the creative realm, where the act of pausing is not just beneficial but essential. James Foster, a creative director, delves into this concept in his book, How to Get Ideas, drawing from a vast range of sources. From the philosophical musings of thinkers to the practical strategies of advertising executives and academia's scrutiny. Across this spectrum, one theme emerges unequivocally. The creative process thrives on intervals of rest. These moments, whether termed as mental digestion or incubation periods, share a common purpose. They represent a step back, a deliberate detachment from the creative task at hand, proving that sometimes stepping away is the most productive step forward. Why is this pause so crucial? Creativity, especially in its nascent stages, is delicate, easily overshadowed by the clamor of daily obligations. Steve Johnson, in Where Good Ideas Come From, introduces the concept of slow hunches, ideas that cannot be rushed or forced but need to be nurtured over time. Like seeds awaiting the right conditions to sprout, these embryonic ideas demand periods of dormancy, a kind of creative fallow period, to bloom into their full potential. The benefits of pausing extend beyond the realm of creativity and into the fabric of our relationships. Genuine understanding and connection often elude us in the hustle of everyday life, where the real thoughts and desires of those around us remain obscured. Here, the art of pausing becomes a tool for deeper engagement. By introducing silence or a carefully placed question that hangs in the air, we create a space that invites others to share, to reveal themselves more fully. This method, as the author has found in his facilitation work, leverages discomfort to foster openness, allowing for a richer, more nuanced exchange between individuals. Thus, whether in the quest for creative brilliance or in the pursuit of meaningful connections, the pause emerges not as a gap, but as a bridge. It's a span that allows ideas to ferment and relationships to deepen. So, the next time you find yourself chasing a goal or seeking a stronger bond with someone, remember the power of pause. By stepping back and allowing space for reflection and connection, we open the door to unexpected discoveries and deeper understanding. Let's embrace the silence, talk less, and pause more, for it is in these moments that the seeds of great ideas and lasting relationships are sown. Part 4. The Simple Art of Pausing, a practice within everyone's reach. There's an inherent beauty in the simplicity of a pause. Unlike more structured forms of reflection such as meditation or yoga, which necessitate some level of instruction to master, The concept of pausing taps into something deeply intuitive. It's as though our psyche innately understands the value of stepping back, even if just for a moment, to catch our breath in the whirlwind of life's demands. This effortless nature of pausing allows us to seamlessly integrate it into our daily lives, regardless of how packed our schedules may seem. The marvel of pauses is that their duration need not be lengthy to profoundly impact us. Whether it's a brief 2-second halt or a slightly longer 2-minute respite, these moments of stillness have the power to change the course of our day. Take, for instance, the approach employed by filmmaker David Keating on his sets. The moment right before he utters the transformative word, action, is deliberately prolonged. This brief pause not only heightens anticipation, but also electrifies everyone on set, from actors to crew members. It's a testament to how something as fleeting as a few seconds of stillness can intensify focus and energy. Similarly, in decision-making, the value of a short pause cannot be overstated. A friend of the author who works as a facilitator notes that the quality of her responses during sessions dramatically improves when she gives herself the luxury of a few seconds before replying. Yet, the societal pressure to respond instantly often robs her of this valuable tool. This urgency to react without delay is symptomatic of a broader societal predicament, our collective addiction to busyness. Slowing down, even momentarily, feels as challenging as breaking free from a deeply ingrained habit. How then do we cultivate the practice of pausing in a world that never stops? Psychologist John Stokes offers an insightful strategy. Treat your mind like an overactive child that needs gentle redirection rather than forceful suppression. Instead of trying to halt the constant stream of activity, introduce a new, more beneficial habit to take its place. An effective and simple habit to adopt is the mindful breath taken before responding to anything. This practice involves shifting your focus to your abdomen, relaxing the muscles, and then taking a deep breath that fills not just the chest but also expands the stomach. This act of breathing deeply not only serves as a physical pause but also mentally prepares you to respond thoughtfully. In crafting this habit, we learn not just to pause but to engage with the world around us in a more deliberate, conscious manner. By embracing the art of pausing, we reclaim control over our pace of life, turning moments of stillness into catalysts for clarity and connection. Part 5. Designing a Deliberate Disconnection. The Craft of Long Pauses. In a world that valorizes the hustle, the concept of a prolonged, deliberate pause might seem radical. Yet it is within these extended breaks from routine that profound insights and innovations can bloom. Picture Bill Gates, a titan of technology and a beacon of productivity, deliberately clearing his calendar for a whole week every 2 years to engage in what he terms Think Week. This practice, far from a mere respite, is a meticulously planned period for deep reflection, deemed by Gates as instrumental to his innovative prowess. Embarking on such an extended pause requires more than just a whim. It demands intention, preparation, and perhaps most critically, a shift in perspective. Our societal norms often equate busyness with productivity, painting any deviation towards rest or reflection as laziness. However, this mindset overlooks a critical insight. The relentless pursuit of action without pause is, in fact, a form of avoidance. It's a reluctance to step back, assess, and possibly recalibrate our direction, which might be the more laborious and courageous course to undertake. Once the decision to pause has been made, crafting this hiatus begins with a few strategic choices. The setting plays a crucial role. Immersion in nature can be incredibly grounding, offering both a physical and psychological space detached from the noise of everyday life. It's no coincidence that locations with minimal cell phone reception are particularly conducive to this practice. They naturally enforce a boundary between you and the digital world's incessant demands, mirroring Gates's approach of making himself unreachable during his Think Week. However, as preparations for this pause take shape, it's vital to resist the urge to impose a familiar structure of goals and outcomes on this time. While the habit of goal setting is deeply ingrained, Approaching a pause with a checklist of expectations contradicts the very essence of pausing. Instead of goals, setting an intention or a guiding question can create a framework that is open enough to invite unexpected insights, yet focused enough to lend the pause direction. For instance, rather than aiming to emerge from the pause with a fully formed solution or idea, consider entering it with the intention to explore a particular theme or question. This subtle shift from seeking predetermined outcomes to fostering openness can transform the pause from a static period of inactivity into a dynamic space of potential. In essence, designing a long pause is an exercise in balance between planning and spontaneity, between detachment and engagement. As you embark on this journey, remember that the true success of a pause lies not in ticking off a list of achievements, but in the space it creates for the new and unexpected to emerge. So, as you step back from the day to day, allow yourself the freedom to wander, wonder, and welcome whatever ideas may come your way. Part 6. Embracing the Pause. Lessons from Cultures that Cherish Stillness. Nestled in the heart of central Spain lies Arenas de San Pedro, a picturesque small town that embodies a profound respect for the art of pausing. The author's experiences here, particularly an annual ritual at the local olive press _how. Some cultures inherently understand and embrace the necessity of pausing. As townsfolk gather, waiting hours for their turn, there is no sense of urgency, no undercurrent of impatience. Instead, there's a communal acceptance and appreciation for this shared moment of pause. This raises an important question. How conducive is your environment to the practice of pausing? The stark contrast between the tranquility of Arenas de San Pedro and the relentless hustle of major economic hubs like Silicon Valley or Tokyo couldn't be more pronounced. In these metropolitan areas, the air is thick with ambition, innovation, and a ceaseless drive towards the future. Here, life is a series of optimizations, a constant push towards peak productivity, where every minute is an asset to be leveraged. While the dynamism of city life has its allure, it also exacts a hefty toll in terms of stress and perpetual dissatisfaction. The relentless pace can make the notion of pausing seem not only impractical but almost radical. Yet, alternatives exist, locales that haven't been swept up in the frenetic chase towards the next big thing. Arenas de San Pedro represents such a place, where life meanders along at a gentle pace, untroubled by the demands of modernity. In this serene town, technological advances and the latest trends hold little sway. Conversations aren't dominated by the newest developments, but are instead vehicles for connection and reaffirmation of community bonds. Life here isn't about relentless forward motion. It's about cherishing the present and finding joy in the continuity of tradition and the simple pleasures of existence. This shift in perspective might initially seem unappealing, especially to those accustomed to the adrenaline rush of constant activity. However, the author's journey reveals a transformative power in slowing down. Living amid a culture that values the present over perpetual progress reshaped his outlook. No longer obsessively pursuing new experiences, he found a new depth of appreciation for what was already within his reach. The relentless drive to conquer every summit gave way to a newfound ability to savor the journey, to truly see and cherish the landscape unfolding before him. The lesson from Arenas de San Pedro extends far beyond its geographical confines. It's a call to reassess our relationship with time and productivity. In a world that celebrates speed and efficiency, finding environments that encourage us to pause can lead to a richer, more contemplative way of life. As we contemplate this shift, perhaps it's time to consider not just where we are headed, but the quality of the journey we undertake to get there. Final summary. In the relentless pursuit of productivity that characterizes our era, we've developed a collective aversion to stillness, mistaking constant activity for effectiveness. However, the transformative potential of intentionally pausing has been undervalued. By stepping back from the ceaseless rush We not only enhance our creative capacities and forge deeper connections with others, but also cultivate a profound sense of gratitude for the moments that comprise our lives. The act of pausing provides a necessary counterbalance to our busyness addiction. Whether it's a brief moment of reflection, a day-long retreat from digital distractions, or a week dedicated to deep contemplation like Bill Gates' Think Week, pauses of varying lengths offer us a chance to reset and realign with our core values. Cultures around the world, like that of Arenas de San Pedro, showcase the inherent wisdom in embracing life's slower rhythms. These societies remind us that progress need not come at the expense of our well-being or our ability to appreciate the present. Thus, the invitation is clear. Liberate yourself from the grind of daily routines and commitments, if only momentarily. Allow yourself the space to breathe, think, and be. The impact of such pauses might just surprise you, revealing paths to creativity, relationships, and a sense of fulfillment that the hustle could never provide. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.